Peace and love. Welcome back to the Hope, helping our people elevate. First, I want to take a moment to just say I thank everybody for y'all support, your comments, the shares, most importantly, y'all taking the time out to even check out my content. This platform is about more than just content. It's about the truth, knowledge, and honoring the brilliance of our people and the horrific things that they went through. If you've been following along, you know I'm about to start diving into another powerful series to highlight black doctors, scientists, and inventors whose contributions shaped the America that we know today. And a lot of times you'll hear me say so-called black because if you, like I say, you've been following along, you know that's not who we are. But anywho, this is the history that they don't teach, the achievements they try to erase. But here, we're here to reclaim it, honor it, and make sure that the next generation never forgets it. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out all the full series and stay locked in because we're just getting started. Now let's get into the video.
On behalf of Akuno Sanko for Bay, you know what I'm saying? Jay, where you at? We're trying to help our people elevate. Hope. H-O-P-E. We're giving them hope. We doing what we gotta do, you know. Every day, one step at a time, man. We gonna make it happen. Helping our people elevate. Yeah. Sometimes I practice focus, thought, and meditate. I'm trying to come with other ways to help our people elevate. And seeking knowledge make me levitate. The lifted mental state is what results from how we orchestrate. This for the family's sake. Let's self-reflect and self-evaluate. And every day, make sure the steps you take, you calculate. Receive a master's fate. I know I can't exist without the hate, but that's okay. I balance that with higher self today. Success is on this way, and after that, my flesh can pass away.
You had scientists like George Washington Carver of 1864 to 1943, who was leader in agricultural science and inventor known for crop rotation methods and developing hundreds of peanut-based products. You had scientists like Ernest Everett Just of 1883 to 1941, who was a marine biologist and cell biologist who made groundbreaking discoveries in cell fertilization and embryology. Katherine Johnson of 1918 to 2020. She was a mathematician whose calculations were crucial to NASA's space mission, including the Apollo moon landing. Then you also had Mae Jemison, born 1956, who was a physician and astronaut who became the first black woman in space aboard the space shuttle Endeavors. You had Mary Mannert Daly, 1921 to 2003. She was a biochemist who made major contributions to understanding the relationships between high blood pressure and cholesterol. Many of us know about Benjamin Banneker of 1731 to 1806, the astronomer, mathematician, and surveyor who helped design Washington, D.C. and published accurate almanacs. You had scientists like Shirley Ann Jackson, born 1946, theoretical physicist who research contributed to advancement in telecommunications, including caller ID and fiber optics. And we hear about the fiber optics when they talk about Cox Cable or Cox Communication, but it wouldn't be no caller ID if it wasn't for Shirley Ann Jackson. Then you had people like George Robert Caruthers of 1939 to 2020, an astrophysicist and inventor of the ultraviolet camera spectrograph used on the Apollo 16 to study space. You had women like April Erickson, born 1963, aerospace engineer and the first black woman to earn a PhD in engineering from NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. Women like Valerie Thomas, born 1943, physicist and NASA scientist who invented the illusion transmitter, a technology still used in 3D imaging today. So it wouldn't be no 3D if it wasn't for Valerie Thomas. St. Elmo Brady, 1884 to 1966, the first African American to earn a PhD in chemistry, contributing to organic chemistry and chemical engineering. You have brothers like Lonnie Johnson, born 1949. He was a key to aerospace engineer and inventor who contributed to NASA's spacecraft system and created the Super Soaker water gun. So the whole concept of the water gun, Nerf water gun, and all that, it came from his brother Lonnie Johnson. On the subject of inventors, let's go over some of the so-called black inventors and their inventions. You had people like Louis Latimer of 1848 to 1928, who improved Thomas Edison's light bulb with a longer-lasting carbon filament and helped develop the telephone. Garrett Morgan of 1877 to 1963, he invented a lot of things, but he invented the three-position traffic signal and the gas mask used by firefighters and soldiers. So it wouldn't be no traffic lights, and it wouldn't be no gas masks that helped the firefighters go into those homes and the soldiers when they in that smoke and war if it wasn't for Garrett Morgan. Granville T. Woods of 1856 to 1910, known as the Black Edison, he developed electrical railway systems and safety devices for trains. So for those who like train systems and railways, it wouldn't be no railway system and train safety devices if it wasn't for Granville T. Woods. Madam C.J. Walker of 1867 to 1919. She was the first black self-made millionaire known for creating hair products for black women. Frederick McKinley Jones of 1893 to 1961. He invented refrigeration technology used in trucks, revolutionizing food transportation, like the Swan trucks and the ice cream trucks and various other elements that use freezers while they're mobilized. It wouldn't be none of that if it wasn't for Frederick McKinley Jones. You had Otis Boykin of 1920 to 1982, who improved electronic resistors used in pacemakers, radios, and computers. Marie Van Britten Brown of 1922 to 1999 invented the first home security, which became the foundation for modern surveillance. So it wouldn't be no surveillance cameras or home security systems if it was not for Marie Van Britten Brown. Then you have Alexander Miles of 1838 to 1918, who invented automatic elevator doors, increasing safety in early elevators. And so the automatic doors came from Alexander Miles. There wouldn't be no automatic doors in elevators if it wasn't for Alexander Miles. Norbert Relax, 1806 to 1894, developed a multi-effect evaporator, revolutionizing sugar refining and other industries. Elijah McCoy of 1844 to 1929 invented automatic lubrication systems for steam engines, leading to the term the real McCoy. And so the automatic lubrication systems inside of the steam engines would not be if it wasn't for the real McCoy, Elijah McCoy. Sir Boone, 1832 to 1904, improved the ironing board, making it more effective for modern use. And so the modern ironing boards that we see today would not be what they were if not for Sir Boone. David Crosthwaite Jr., 1898 to 1976, designed heating and air conditioning systems, including those used in major buildings like Radio City Music Hall. So it wouldn't be no heating and air if it wasn't for David Crosthwaite Jr. And last in today's topic, Henry Simpson, 1934 to 2015, the nuclear engineer who contributed to the development of modern cell phone technology. And so we wouldn't have the modern cell phone tech that we have today if it wasn't for Henry Simpson. So with that being said, that's it for today's episode. But this is just one piece of a much bigger story. We've already honored the healers, the doctors who transform medicine, and today we explored the innovators, the scientists whose discoveries shaped the world. But we're not just stopping here. In the next video, we're diving into the creators, the brilliant Black inventors whose ideas power modern life. And after that, we'll highlight the builders, the architects and engineers who laid the foundation for the world as we know it today. So if you're feeling this series, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment so you don't miss out on what's coming next. Until next time, stay aware, stay informed, and always remember, we are the architects of greatness. Peace and love.